What's going on, guys? Stevie from the Limited Masters here, and today we are talking about the difference between a halogen bulb in your headlights and an LED bulb. So here we are, guys, the front of my 95 F150. I have the headlights on, and these are just regular old Sylvania 3400 Ks of color lights. And if you don't understand how lighting works, 3,000 Ks of light is kind of in the low range, but that's typically what most ordinary household lights are. As you go up, the color becomes white to clear to blue, and that's how you get that really blue LED look you see from a lot of newer cars. Now, I've got my truck pointed into the garage here, and I have the lights aimed at my aiming canvas so I can set where I want the light to hit. So essentially, I'm setting the light pattern, aiming the headlights, that kind of deal. And so what I'm doing here is I'm making sure I have a nice clear line across. It's dark above and kind of lit up down here. And the point of the cutoff line is so you don't blind oncoming traffic, okay? So just imagine someone's coming at you oncoming, or you're behind them. If your light is any higher, which is what a high beam normally does, you'd be blinding the person either in the face or through the rear view mirror and the lights. And that just pisses people off. You get the bird thrown at you, they yell at you. It's just typically annoying for them. It's very unsafe for traffic, and I don't recommend it. Now, some people are very unsatisfied with the light output that these have, so they'll try to upgrade their bulbs. So they'll go on the internet, they'll type in, give me a higher whatever, and something like this will pop up. So these are LED bulbs, and this is typically what's recommended to upgrade your headlight to something brighter. These are the same price as those Sylvanias, but they're 6,000 Ks of light, and they plug into the harness. So who would not want to move to this kind of bulb? So I'm going to plug these in. I already know what the light pattern looks like because I've been driving around for almost a year with them, and I'm about to show you why you should not put these in your truck. So as you can no doubt tell, the LED bulbs are way brighter than the halogen bulbs. In fact, they are twice as bright at 6,000 Ks of color. And that's awesome. It's awesome to have the kind of light output from an old truck. But there's one major flaw and two minor flaws with putting LED bulbs in reflector housings. Then one major flaw is there is no crisp cutoff line. Remember that from the halogen bulb? You had two really focused areas, the crisp cutoff line. With these, you don't. So you're blinding people all the time. So aside from it, pissing people off and not being courteous, it's also very unsafe. Blinded drivers are not safe drivers. They don't know where they're going. It's just not a good thing. So the two minor flaws are because it's used in a reflector housing, the bulb reflects sideways and it hits the reflective serial ball, as I call it, and throws the light forward. And the LED does not work in that capacity, so you're just throwing light everywhere. And so it's unfocused. And that's great when you're this close because it lights up everything in front of you. But when you have to see things farther down the road, the light is not focused and it won't focus that far. So although this is fine if you're just creeping along at 25 miles an hour on just a regular street, if you're going 45 to 50 miles an hour on a back road, that thing that's farther out will come up on you very quickly and you won't be able to see it that well because it's kind of hazy and when you get farther out than 25 feet. The second minor flaw is high beam usage. So I'm going to go here and we're going to turn on the high beams. Now watch closely. Actually, you don't have to watch that closely because there is no discernible difference. Look at that. It's just a changing of light pattern. It's not really throwing out more light. It's not really doing anything extra special. It's just sending out more blinding light at oncoming drivers, and that's both annoying and unhelpful to you. So that's the other minor flaw. So just as a recap, there's no cutoff line, no focus of light, and of course no high beam usage. So with that being said, guys, I hope you take this information and use it to make some wise purchasing choices. I've clearly demonstrated why you really wouldn't want these bulbs in these old reflector housings. So I hope you just stick with your halogen bulbs or decide to actually upgrade to a projector housing and solve all of your problems right there the proper way. So guys, that's all for me. hit the subscribe icon over here. Check out some of my other videos. I'm Stevie from the Minute Masters. Thanks for watching.